Namaste children, this is Apul Raju, your maths teacher. How are you all? Hope you are safe at home. In the previous class, we learnt about ratios. We applied ratios for different quantities. We learned different properties of ratio. We also learned one application of ratios, which is proportion. We find proportion between different quantities. Now we are going to learn a new concept called percentages. Percentages are often used for calculations involving money in daily life. Most of the quantities are expressed in percentages in newspapers. The changes in price of most of the quantities also expressed in percentages. Come on, let us explore on percentages.
Through this video, we are going to learn what a percentage is. We will find different situations in our daily life where percentages are used. We will convert percentage into different numerical values. We will also find percent of a numerical values of different problems. Let me share the agenda of today's class. First, we will learn two new words with their usages and meanings. We will understand the concept of percentage with suitable examples in our daily life. We will try to find where these concepts are used in around us. Then there will be an assignment at the end of the session. Let us learn today's words in focus. The first word is offer. Offer is a verb. The textbook usage is a TV seller was offering a discount of 10% during festival season. The meaning of offer is to say that you are willing to give something to somebody. Another usage is I don't think they need help, but I think I should offer anyway. Let us learn the second word. The second word is various. Various is an adjective. The textbook usage is given below or various grids of squares. The meaning of various is several or different. Let's learn the uses. There are various ways to enter into this competition. Children, you find the other usages and verb conjugations and try to use these words in different situations. Let's recall what we learnt in the previous class. In the previous class, we learnt about ratio and proportion. We learned how to express ratio of two quantities and how to express them in simplest form. We checked proportion of given numbers, whether they are in proportion or not. Now let's explore on this in briefly. Comparing quantities using proportion is called ratio. When you have two quantities, if you compare them by division, that says ratio. Ratio is denoted by the symbol is to. If A and B are any two quantities, then the ratio of A and B written as A is to B. A is called antecedent and B is called consequent. And the second concept we learnt in the previous class is proportion. We already know that about equivalent ratios. Equality of ratios is called proportion. When two ratios A is to B and C is to D are equivalent ratios, then we say ABCD are in proportion, and we will write as A is to B is as C is to D. Here A and D are called extremes. B and C are called means based on their position. As for this, we learnt a formula, that is product of means equals to product of extreme. So A into D is equals to B into C. Let's comparison. Observe the marks of Anita and Rita. Anita got 320 marks out of 400. Rita got 300 out of 360 marks. Anita said that she has better as she got 320 marks whereas Rita got only 300. Do you agree with her? How can you compare their marks as they are not conducted for same total marks? So, what is the better way to compare Anita and Rita? If you want to compare them, the exams to be conducted for same total marks and the marks to be converted to the same totals. But every time converting marks to same total may be difficult. Now let us see the better way to convert them into same total marks and let us compare them. So as we know already, Anita and Rita got the marks as 320 by 400 and 300 by 360. Let us convert these denominators into same number. As we know the concept of LCM, let us convert them into same denominator. As we multiply the first fraction by 9 by 9, so denominator converts to 3600. And you multiply the second denominator 10, then it converts into 3600. So now both the denominators gets equal. And now compare the numerators. So Anita got 2880 and Rita got 3000. Now can you say who is better? Yes, Rita is better in her education based on the marks. Comparing means of those students such a way may be difficult every time. Is there any better way to compare them? Yes, we have a method called percent. Percentages are numerators of fractions with denominator 100 and have been using comparing results. Let's try to understand about these. Percent means per every 100. It is derived from the Latin word percentum. Percentum means per every 100. Percent is represented by the symbol percent. That means 1% means 1 per every 100, or we say 100th, which means 1 by 100. 1 out of 100. So 25% means 25 out of 100. So 25% can be expressed as 25 by 100. Let's observe this table to understand about percentages. Usha made a table top of 100 tiles. She made those all tiles with different colors. Those are yellow, green, red and blue. So each of those number of tiles given here, Let's say yellow tiles are 14 and there are 26 green tiles and there are 35 red tiles and 25 blue tiles. Now what is the total number of tiles? Which is 100. Now can you write the fraction of yellow colored tiles in the whole? Yes, we can write as 14 by 100. And same way green color tiles fraction as 26 by 100. Same way red color tiles is 35 by 100 and blue color tiles is 25 by 100. Now these are all fractions with hundreds. As we discussed as in the above example, the total number of tiles up to 100. So Usha had 100 tiles in all. How do we calculate percentage of an item if the total number of the item do not add up to 100? In such cases, we need to convert the fraction to equivalent fractions with denominator 100. Now we shall learn method 1 as converting denominator to 100. So let us have the fraction which is 8 by 25. 25 is not denominator is not 100, so we shall convert this denominator as 100. So multiply by 4 by 4, that gives 32 by 100. So 32 out of 100. Now this can be expressed as 32%. This way we will convert fractions into percentages. Suppose sometimes the denominator may not be converted into 100 directly. Then what shall we do? Let's observe this as unitary method. Suppose there are 8 red beads in the total of 20 beads. So the total number of beads in this necklace is 20. Among them 8 are red. So if the total number of beads is 20, then 8 red beads will be there. If you follow the same proportion, if there are 1 bead, so what is the fraction of red beads? So that is 8 by 20. Suppose if there are 100 beads, then what would be the number of red beads? Yes, 8 by 20 into 100. So which can be simplified as 40%. So we are finding for out of 100. Out of 100 how many? So out of 100 40 will be there. So we say 40%. So this method can be used for converting any fraction into percentages. So when you multiply by 100, the fraction will be converting into percent. Now let us learn some conversions which are fraction to percentages and percent to fractions. Observe 1 by 3. So we cannot convert this denominator 3 as 100. So let us multiply 100 by 100. So value will not be altered. So we will take 1 by 3 into 100 as 100 by 3, and this denominator 100 can be written as percentages. So 1 by 3 into 100 percentage. which will be equals to 33 1 by 3 percentages. So in the simple way, you can multiply a fraction by 100%, then it will be converting into percentages. Let us convert a decimal into percent. Let us take a decimal 0.75. First we shall convert this into normal fraction. To that we will multiply 100 by 100. So it will be converting as a percent fraction. Now this is a fraction with denominator 100, so easily you can express as 75%. Now let us convert percentage into fraction. Now take the percentages and we will convert them into fractions as well as decimals. Suppose 1%. So what is meant by 1%? So 1% means 1 out of 100, and that can be written as fraction. So 1 by 100 is a fraction. Now we can express as decimals 0.01. Let's check another one. 25%. So 25% can be expressed as 25 out of 100. That will be as fraction. Now you can express this 25 by 100 in simplest form like 1 by 4. Now you can express this 25 by 100 as a decimal 0.25. Similarly, can you convert 60% as fraction as well as decimal? Yes. Similarly, 80% as in this way. So you can express any percentage into fraction as well decimal. Last but the least, finding percent of how many? So percent of some numerical values. Observe this sum. A survey of 40 children shows that 25% of them like playing cricket. How many children liked playing cricket? So among 40, 25% of these 40 children like cricket. So what is that 25% we need to? Out of every 100 people, 25 people like cricket. Then out of 40 people, how many like cricket? So that's the meaning of this question. So number of children like cricket are 25% of 40. So 25% can be written as 25 by 100 into 40. So after calculation you will get 10. So 10 students liked playing cricket. So 25% means for 10. Another 25% means 10. So 4 25% means 4 tens 40. So 100% is equals to 40. This way percent of any value we can find. Hope you understood the concepts of percentages and their conversions. Basing on this, I am giving assignment in Google Forms through Google Classroom.
Hope you understood the concept of percentages. Now we are able to convert fraction into percentage, percentage into fraction. We can find percentages of different quantities. We shall meet in the next session with a new interesting concept. So get ready for the class. Thank you.